morning. I hope you are well. Welcome back to another episode of Norfolk Girls Knitting. We are at mine again.
Yes.
Maybe one day we'll be at yours.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to warn
No,
Mum.
Join.
Well, my friend phoned up video call yesterday from Australia, and she monopolised the whole conversation. She's just like, "Oh, hello, who are you?"
That's Nan. She just wanted to join in.
I know. I think
Maybe
she'd love it.
Maybe we should get her on the podcast.
Oh God.
We might have to remind her not to swear. Anyway.
Anywho.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
What have you been up to?
I have had quite a few work things going on. Yeah, lots of work things going on. So I've been nominated for an award, Favourite Indie Yarn Brand. So exciting.
We'll put the link down below so you can go and vote if you like.
Yes, so I have been nominated and shortlisted, and that means that the voting is open, so you're more than welcome, please, to go and vote for Blue Fern Yarns. It's very, very exciting. I'm alongside some amazing other dyers, and there's so many different categories and things like that you can vote on.
Yeah.
I won't go through all of those because you might find somebody else that you want to vote for, and I voted for different people. But anyway, yeah, there's some amazing companies, people out there. Yeah, it was just so amazing. I can't believe I got nominated. I had no idea, and like when they told me, I was like, "Is this a joke? Like, is this some sort of fraud?"
She sent me the picture and she said, "Do you think this might be a scam?"
No,
Shannon.
it was a scam. So yeah, I didn't believe it or anything like that. So yeah, Blue Fern Yarns got nominated for Favourite Indie Yarn Brand. So please do go vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. And then the website went through a complete redesign. It was. Why are you laughing? Because it was
so stressful.
Yeah, it was a little bit stressful. So I was told by everyone who sort of did website transfer.
Those who know.
Yeah, those who know, because I don't. I just kind of wing it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So everything told me, and everyone told me it would take 7 days to transfer the website. It happened in less than 2 hours. So I did all this prep and all this panic and worry that it was going to take days. I got you to read my emails, make sure they made sense, that everything was covered. Yeah, and it took 2 hours. Yeah, but it's done. So if you'd like to go and check out bluefernyarns.co.uk, you can. It is a newly designed website. Not all of my stock is on there at the moment because I thought I was going to have this current 7 days to get everything uploaded on there. I've also got a pop-up shop this weekend, so stock will be added Sunday coming, which will be
26th.
I was looking for my diary. Which will be the 26th. Yeah, and what else have I been at? Oh yeah, and I found a little bit of my knitting mojo, which is quite nice.
Good.
Yeah, how about you? What have you been up to?
Well, we went on a jolly, didn't we? We went to IKEA.
Yeah, we did.
There's a couple of things over there that are just really funny. We can't show you though because they're presents, but they do make me laugh. Yeah, so we went for a nice jolly down in IKEA. We had our meatballs.
Obviously. Chocolate. Chocolate.
Yeah.
Isn't it chocolate?
Chocolate. We've got a friend who's Swedish and she told us that's how you pronounce meatballs. Sorry
if it is wrong, but she told us that.
She might have just been having us on.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm not swearing. Oh my God.
No, I don't think you are, because I was in Lidl yesterday and they had the little meatballs that did say chocolat on them.
Oh, okay, cool. I just then thought, what if she told us as well and we're going around saying it?
She told us it was chocolat, but it's with a K with a little thingy on the top.
Oh. I don't know.
We're not Scandinavian. No. I'm sorry. We do apologise to the entire Swedish nation though.
Yes. Sorry.
What else have I done? Oh yes, I had my birthday jolly.
Even though your birthday's not until next month?
Yeah. So basically, my sister, she always kind of does rather than buy me something, because my birthday's just so near Christmas, she like, we'll do a bit of a jolly somewhere. And we were going to do Christmas at Kew, but we didn't end up getting there. So we did Illuminate at Sandringham, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. It's about an hour to go around, no, it's a mile to go around, and it's on the flat, so it's kind of very accessible. And you have your time slot that you go in, and we went in and people were coming in after us and leaving before us because we just stayed there for about nearly 2.5 hours. And they just had some amazing things, and there was a sort of like, obviously it's Illuminate, they illuminate Sandringham Park, and they had some bits that were all kind of very classical music, and we kind of enjoyed those bits more than the sort of like the Christmas carols, and they had a couple of
You got any photos or videos?
I have got some photos.
Maybe
actually. I might pop
over a little bit.
I might pop some in. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was cold, but it was beautiful. I really, really liked it.
I've heard it's really good. I'd like to do it one year.
Yeah, so
maybe 1 year.
And what else have I done? Oh yes, the great work debacle.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I had I spoke to my physio, and she said that if I did like lighter duties I could go back to work, and I spoke to my GP, and he said if I had lighter duties I could go back to work, providing that they did a workplace assessment, and they did a workplace assessment and they went goodbye. So basically what's happening is I keep having slight shoulder dislocations and problems with my neck as well, and they've said that until I've had my MRI and had the results in, I'm not allowed to be at work. It's unsafe. And I get it. I work for, do I do a trigger alert for squeamish people? I work for the blood service. I take blood donations. Nobody wants me to take a blood donation.
Not when your arms go like that.
You're not nervous,
Stay
are
still.
Yeah. Yeah, so so they've basically told me that until I've had my MRI, I'm not allowed to work, so I'm at home again. Yeah. So that's it, really. Okay. Knitting.
Lots of knitting.
Because it's rehab. Yeah.
And occasionally you come around and help out, don't you?
I did.
Not much.
I did do some
you
of
do
your
the admin.
I did do some of your listings for your
new website.
And I occasionally do some labelling.
Nothing, basically whatever you can do at a desk.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky because obviously before September I was twisting yarns and skeins yarns and doing all the sorts of the background stuff, and
the bit that takes the time that you just don't see.
But obviously not been able to do that. So just lots of admin.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have been busy knitting on secret stuff.
Yeah, so we don't really have much to share this time.
No.
So hopefully this one will be a slightly shorter episode. I'm looking over there because there is one.
And I do apologise for all the I've got a nervous giggle. And I was really, when I was playing it back and editing it, I was thinking, oh god, this is going to get really annoying for some people. But yeah, all your lovely comments. People have actually said that they thought it was quite funny that we were laughing.
Oh yeah. We do, don't we? We
Yeah.
even do that when there isn't a camera. We just laugh at each other. Just like so. This is us.
So, that's a very quick 10-minute introduction.
Well, hopefully there'll be a little bit cut out of that.
We haven't actually done an introduction of where you can find us.
Oh, we're not?
No.
We've just gone straight into it.
Straight into no preamble.
No.
So, obviously, we're Norfolk Girls Knitting on Instagram and YouTube. I'm Miss Mandy Lou on Instagram and Ravelry.
And your name is?
Amanda.
Yep.
Definitely Amanda.
Definitely Amanda. And I am Shannon. I am the face behind Blue Fern Yarns. That is my business and my work, but I am Shannon. And this is sort of for me where I can share my knitting, and I can use yarn that's not just solely Blue Fern yarns. I mean, everything I've got today is just Blue Fern yarns, but I've got some plans for some projects which are going to use some of my stash, which
because you finally, all the advents have gone and all that kind of stuff, you're kind of
starting to get back into knitting. I think that's probably what it was, just stressing about advents.
And you usually do a project sort of like between Christmas and New Year, don't you? And it's sort of like,
I do something.
It's quite nice for you to be able to not have to use.
Yeah, I don't have to go, right, what can I use that I haven't used before that's in my shop that will help advertise my yarns. It's lovely to do that, and I am very lucky that I'm able to do that. But sometimes I just want to knit something for me and it not have to be on display all the time.
And it's not for work.
That's my knitting. My knitting is my hobby. My business is my business, my work.
And collecting yarns is your hobby.
Yeah, collecting yarns. Different hobbies. Collecting yarns, using yarns, squishing yarn. 3 different hobbies.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right.
So what are you wearing today?
So I've got 2 things and they're both very fluffy. So the first thing that I'm wearing is...
You might want to undo it before you strangle yourself.
So I don't think I've ever blocked this shawl.
If you're going to wear it, you wear it, don't you?
But it's really, really warm. So this is, notes, the Be Simple Variation shawl.
Oh, I love the colour. Now that I can actually see the colour. That's beautiful. What yarn is that?
So this is very special yarn. So
what is it? Sorry, I thought you were going to keep going.
Going back to the pattern, is the Be Simple Variations by Carolyn Glauz-Todrank. And I am so sorry if I've butchered that. I don't know what your other name is
on the screen,
but we will put it on the screen. I made this in May 2019.
Oh, a while ago then.
Yeah, with some very special yarns that I bought in February 2018.
Oh, I wonder what that was then.
So, if you know, you know. I was in New Zealand at the time going to see this one.
Because I was living out there at that time.
And so it's Touch Yarns Possum Merino.
It's lovely. Possum Merino?
Yes.
Ooh.
In the colour 02.
Nice name.
And I bought this from New Zealand Fabrics and Yarn in Auckland.
Oh, I didn't find that one.
I don't think you were really knitting or crocheting that.
No.
Well, you weren't knitting.
I was crocheting, but not really
knitting.
I don't even think I took my crochet hooks with me, did I?
And so it was kind of
beautiful.
It's kind of just literally a 1 skein shawl. I don't
keep looking at it down here. We need to show them.
1 skein shawl. I don't think I've ever blocked it. I've just literally stuck it on. And it's one of the ones I wear fairly frequently. And it's fantastic because I have to keep my neck warm. So,
but you're also wearing a jumper.
Yeah, so I'm also wearing a jumper. Now this is the Clandon sweater. I will try and put a picture in.
Every time.
It's never going to get old.
It might.
So this is a Clandon sweater by Amy Lowden, who's Taylor S Studio. And I test knit this for her back in April 2022. And it's made from, it's very, I don't know if you can see the
you can just about, I think,
halo on it.
Yeah.
So this is Drops Sky, which is a DK weight yarn. It's very pilly, but I don't care. I'll just pull the bits off. And it's in the colour number 19, which is brick.
Okay.
It's an alpaca wool mix, and it's quite a light DK, and you get 190 metres per 50 grams.
That is very light.
Yes, so I made this the 52-inch bust size, and I used 7 skeins, so 350 grams. yeah.
Did you make any modifications, or did you do it as per the
I
pattern?
did it exactly to pattern because it was a test knit. However, if I was to make it again,
what would you do?
Amy doesn't actually put short rows in her yoked
jumpers, whatever you want to call
so
them.
like the Whitmore doesn't have any short rows. This doesn't have any short rows. So make
it's quite low at the back.
So it's quite low at the back. I'm not going to turn around. I've got some pictures of me wearing it actually, and you'll see how low it is. So if I was to make it again, which I'm quite tempted to, although I don't know whether it's because of the pattern or whether it's because of the yarn that I want to make something again.
So if you make it in a different yarn, then you'll know whether it's the pattern or the yarn, won't you?
You're so sensible.
Not always.
So what I would do is I would actually maybe just cast on for the neckline and go straight into the pattern on a provisional cast on, and then at the end go back, pick up the stitches, put a few short rows in, and then put the rib on. And maybe decrease the amount of stitches to a smaller size.
Yeah.
So it's just pulled up a bit. Yeah. So that's what I would do. It's knit. You've got the reverse stockingette side out.
I don't think you can really see that on camera.
Oh, you'll see it in the picture. And what happens is you knit the top bit. There's quite a lot of purling in the top bit, and then you do a short row, German short row, to twist it round, and then you knit it inside out.
Okay. It's quite a cool construction.
And then you do another German short row at the end to put your ribbing on. There's various sleeve options.
That makes more
sense. You can either do like a bell sleeve or a tapered sleeve. I did a bit of a
kind of mix
between the two. I didn't want it to be too bell-like because
it gets in the way, doesn't it?
I didn't want my sleeves dripping in my gravy. So that's what I'm wearing.
But yeah. No, it looks really nice.
Okay. Right then, moving swiftly on. Shall we do our giveaway?
Yeah.
Things?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got the yarn here.
Oh, gift away.
Yeah. It's gonna get a bot in there somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for the gift away.
Thank you so much for all your comments. They
Honestly,
were really funny.
It was so nice to read them all.
Some of them were really funny. We were waiting for a few comments. We kind of like thought, I wonder if somebody would say, you came through. You came through for us. Thank you very much.
But yeah, some fantastic comments.
Yeah.
Very clever wordplay as well on a few of them as well. Thank you. Really appreciate you sort of joining in, taking part, and just I was quite moved by all the comments.
Yeah, and it was really nice when we had quite a few comments when people were saying how natural and honest we were. And it's kind of like what you see is what you get, really.
Yeah, we're not gonna this is who we are. We're like this without the camera. As I think I said already today, didn't I? It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, for the gift away, we will be asking you guys to contact us. So you've picked some winners, haven't you?
I did a random YouTube comment picker.
Yep.
And we're going to put the photos of the winners on the screen. So the first one that we've got is
which one is that for?
Chicken.
For the chicken.
The chicken one.
So this is the chicken yarn. It's actually called the woolly chicken, just making sure that I get that right. And the colourway is called Juneberry, and it is just absolutely
showing up beautifully.
Stunning. It is pretty true to colour though, isn't it?
It's quite funny because it's really overcast and you expect it to be, but it shows up the colours brilliantly.
This sort of weather is exactly how I take my photos.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I'm not professional at all. I don't use light boxes. I don't use anything fancy. I literally use this weather and put it near the windowsill. that is it. That is as fancy as I get. Point and shoot. Anyway, but yeah, so this is the stunning colour.
And the winner, we're going to move over a little bit, is Kaz S.
Ooh, well done, Kaz.
All right.
What, do you know what she wrote or can't remember? Or will it be on the screen?
It will be on the screen.
It'll be on the screen.
I can't check because it's on the phone, which we're recording on. So
again, we don't do anything fancy. We use what we got.
I wrote the names down. But yeah, so if you'd like to contact us, we are going to put our email address down at the bottom. Yeah. You can also contact us via Instagram. But it's probably safer if you use the email, and if you could give us your name and address, and we'll get that in the post to you.
Yeah, and we're not asking for money, so if anyone contacts you asking for money, it is not us.
No.
This is a gift away that we're gifting to you.
Yeah, we were very generously given them, so we wanted to share the love. So
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So that means the next one is the duck yarn, the duckies, Ducky Darlings. I love this one. So thank you very much, Hayley, for gifting this one to us. So this is called 40 Shades of Mauve. And just again, the colour is just coming up beautifully on the screen. Just absolutely stunning.
And the winner is me.
Just kidding. I was like, no, it's not.
Just kidding. That's just me. So the winner for this one is...
Of course.
Debbie McGowan.
Oh, well done. So well done both of you, actually. These are the two skeins. Yeah, if you could both get in touch with us, like we said, via email, which will pop on the screen again.
Yeah, it's norfolkgirlsknitting@gmail.com.
Yeah, and then we'll sort out shipping and we'll pop an email to you when it's in the post, so you can go and stalk your postie.
All right then.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right then, we're not looking at each other. We're not going to look at each other at the moment. We're very red in the face. We have just had the most monster meltdown. I might have to put in a blooper.
I think you should, because it's hilarious. I think you'll laugh.
It's just ridiculous, but yeah, and it's something so stupid. I'm not looking at you. But yeah, we're very red in the face. It looks like we've been crying.
With laughter.
Yeah, with laughter, obviously. Yeah, so deep breath. The next section we're going to talk about is things that we've been working on. I'm trying to not say the word that I said last time that set us off.
Yeah.
So we're going to take it in turns like we did last time. Shannon, stop it. I'm going to carry on regardless because we're going to take it.
Record it.
We're going to take it in turns like we did last time. There will be a mixture of finished objects and works in progress. So we don't have a specific section for finished objects. Funnily enough, the word specific wasn't the word that set me off.
Need a tissue, sorry.
Right. Are we carrying on?
Yeah, carry on.
Right. While she adjusts herself. So we're gonna take it in turns. I've got 4 things, Shannon's got 3 things, so I'm gonna go first. I have no finished objects.
Yep.
So the first thing that I have got for you, adjust your eyes. Close your eyes.
Bit bright.
Is a gift knit, but I'm pretty sure the person who it's for
will not watch it.
Will not watch it because they're baby. A baby.
Their baby.
I'm making 2, but yeah,
one of them's a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, this is hard work today. So, my little cousin who was born in August, I'm making him a Flax DK. So it's a new...
Is he your cousin?
Well, the baby's granddad is my cousin. So
that'll be cousin removed once or twice or 3 times. Or
I think I think if you've got an auntie that's the same level as your nanny, that's a great aunt. So I think they should be great cousins.
Okay.
Change approved.
Change approved.
So
Your great cousin.
My great cousin. He was born in August. I'm not going to say his name just in case the person
doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. So I'm making him a Flax DK. Do not adjust your sex.
By Tin Can Knits, just in case you don't know.
Oh yeah. It's the newest pattern from Tin Can Knits. Because they had a worsted weight and a fingering weight, and then they've just done it for DK weight as well.
Yeah. Gosh, that looks so bright. It is literally that bright. It's like almost neon. It's fantastic. It is. Yeah, that is insane.
So I'm using an acrylic yarn that's kind of
cute,
because I don't want his mum to have to faff about with
hand washing
and things like that.
How cute is that?
Yeah. So I'm making the 6 to 12 month size. It literally is that bright.
It really is.
And I'm knitting it using the Tin Can Knits app.
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the app. You can go and get it in whether you use Apple or Android, your Play Store or your Apple Store or whatever it is.
Whatever they're called, I don't know.
Samsung person here, so I use...
Same. Yeah, Samsung.
It's not sponsored.
No, not sponsored at all.
Yeah, so I got it from the Play Store. And what I love about it is they've got all their free patterns on there. And you can literally plug in what you want. So it's literally, I chose 6 to 12 month size. I wanted to do the ribbing first, so I chose that option. I chose short rows. I chose full length rather than cropped. And it literally, you just put all those options in and then press go, and it literally tells you what stitches you want for that particular size and those options that you're making. So you don't have to go through the pattern and think,
and highlight. So what I do is I go through and I highlight all the ones that relate to the size that I want to make. So you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any
of that. So all their free patterns, so all like
really good.
The harvest, the flax, the socks, all their free patterns.
They're still developing it, aren't they?
And they're still developing it. So I got an email this morning from them to say that they've updated the Love Note pattern in Ravelry. And you can actually link your Ravelry to the app, and it will actually put all your PDFs of all the patterns that you've purchased into the app. So you don't have to go searching through Ravelry. It's all in one place.
Just their brand or
just their brand.
Just their patterns, yeah.
And I think what they're doing is they did a big Kickstarter. Is it Kickstarter?
Kickstarter, crowdfunder,
that kind of thing.
Same things, I think.
And they are hoping to put all of their patterns. If you've purchased their patterns, you can import it, and it kind of, what I can make out, you can put in what size you want. So the Love Note is the latest one that's gone on.
Yeah.
And I only had the notification this morning. So presumably...
So you haven't had to look at it yet or anything?
No.
So, yeah.
Presumably you'll be able to do the same thing. So you will literally put in your size, whether you want it cropped, whether you want it 3/4 sleeves, or
different necklines.
And all those things. And it will actually just show you the numbers for the pattern
that you need.
The size that you're making.
Yeah. So
for going back to this one, I'm also making a Flax DK for his bigger sister, who's only 2. So I will literally, I've got a project page for his, and I'll have a project page for hers within the app, and it would just literally, I'll just put in her size, whether I want to do it cropped, whether I want to,
Yeah. I suppose that would be really good, because if you make a jumper that fits you perfectly and is exactly how you want it, you know that you could just go back to that project page and knit that exact same one.
And there's also bits at the same time. So I'm quite an experienced knitter, so I don't need all the gumph. And I don't mean that to be derogatory in any way or anything like that. But basically, I don't need to be told what the abbreviations are. I don't need to be told how to do a short row, because I've done them before. So there's links, so it literally says cast on so many stitches,
and then knit one per one,
knit one by one rib.
Yeah.
So I don't need to be told you need to do knit one, purl one. It's just one row on rib. And then short rows, you have as much or as little detail. But then if you are less experienced, you can actually click on the plus sign, and it will actually tell you how to do that particular skill.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it'll be amazing for all those new beginners and things like that to see that and use it. And I mean, I'd have loved it if I'd have just started knitting and
they've got in-link videos. So if you think, oh, I can't remember how to do that, and if you're a fairly new knitter,
make one right and make one left. You can put them the right way around the first time round. Because I don't.
I don't know why you do it. Anyway, yes. So this is the Flax Light. No, it's not. It's the Flax DK, which is the newest pattern from Tin Can Knits. I'm using an acrylic yarn.
Sunglasses.
Close your eyes. And yeah, just need to do the sleeves next.
Do you know what brand of yarn that is, or is it just a?
I will put. I think I've got the ball band at home on my side table,
right? So
I'll put the brand in. I have to say I'm not loving it.
It doesn't feel bad.
It doesn't feel too bad.
Like acrylic DK yarn,
but yeah, it doesn't feel too bad. But yeah, I prefer the nice stuff.
But yes, everybody does when they get there.
So that's my first one.
No, it's nice.
I'm hoping that she'll like it. As always, I always tell them you don't have to put them in if you don't want to. Right then, what have you got?
I have got a finished object, and it's also my pattern, so it's my design, or Blue Fern Yarns, because it all goes under that because it's work. So when I'm at home knitting on a pattern and it's my design, I'm working. So Tom, when he comes in and says, you've been sitting there knitting all day, I'm working. True story. Anyway, so yes, this is my pattern for the Advent that I did this year, and still doing because it's not been shown yet. So it's designed for as what?
Designed for as. We can't speak today.
No, we really
can't speak.
Anyway, so it's designed. Well, this one's done in 24 10-gram mini skeins of 4-ply weight yarn. Then you can use as many different colours or as few colours as you want. It's called the Cosy Coastline. So we'll show it off just so you can see it. Can you hold one end? So this is the pattern. It is a beautiful triangle shape. These are not the colours of my Advent this year.
It's a spoiler.
Just to say, it's not the colours at all of my Advent. But yeah. So it is designed for a sort of simple, mindful December, basically. So you've got this beautiful detail. Let's push that a bit forward so you can see it. So you've got this beautiful detail that runs all the way along one end. And I'm just going to lift that bit up as well. And then the rest of it is garter stitch. So I don't know about you, but in December, it's quite stressful. There's a lot going on. You're planning your Christmas presents, you're planning your Christmas day, you might be doing food prep. I don't, I leave it to Tom. Yeah, so it's a very stressful time of year. You're meeting up with friends, you're meeting up with family, you might have work parties. There's a lot going on. So
it's a work party for you. It's just like dancing around your kitchen.
Basically. That's what I do. I do that every day anyway, so it's not really a new thing for me, is it? So yeah, so because it's quite stressful, I wanted something that's quite mindful, that you can enjoy. It's only 10, so I've done this sample in 24 10-gram mini skeins.
So currently, I'm knitting the one that will be revealed on Christmas Day.
Yes.
And it's literally taking me about 30 to 35 minutes to do each colour each day, because we wanted to make sure that you know if you don't have a lot of time, sometimes if you don't have a lot of time, you kind of like get behind in your Advent, and then it takes an awful lot to keep up.
Whereas, and it's stressful,
yeah,
because you're trying to keep up and you just can't.
Yeah.
So my mum is my fantastic sample test knitter. That's a sample test, isn't it, that you're doing at the moment? Yeah.
Well, it was a test.
It was a test,
but you'll get the sample at the end.
Yeah. So she's tested it for me, thankfully. And it seems to be working out okay. I mean, it looks beautiful. She brought it over.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So and it's literally. I mean, when I first started, it was maybe taking me, I think the first couple, like maybe 40 minutes a day. But you kind of get into a rhythm with it. It's quite rhythmic. It's quite nice actually. It's
good.
I've got a lot of deadline knitting going on at the moment because the C word is coming along.
That's not a rude word, by the way. We just don't say it until after our birthday.
No, not until the 17th of December is out of the way. My birthday, just in case you're interested. Yeah, so it's kind of quite nice just to sit and do a colour.
Yeah. Good.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's fantastic. So it is a brand new pattern. You can see that I didn't cut my ends properly on that bit then. Oops. To hide that bit, I'll cut them properly. So yeah, this is just another sample. It's quite a large shawl again. I feel like we did this last time, didn't we?
Yes.
With a different shawl. So yeah.
It was the shifting chevrons.
Is it shifting chevrons or is it chevrons shenanigans?
No, it's shifting chevrons.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so it's quite a large shawl, I really cannot speak, with a beautiful side detail. So it depends sort of how you want to wear it. You could wear it wrapped around your shoulders. You can wear it, as I keep calling it at the moment, cowboy style. I don't know if this is the actual term for it. It's just what I... Yeehaw. Where you have the V in the front. I'm just going to... There is a bee down there somewhere. It's quite a long shawl, it's quite big, and it's supposed to use up as much of the yarn as you've got. So if you've got one colour, you could just use...
It would be an amazing one colour shawl.
It would be, yeah. I might have to have a sample in one colour, maybe. I might make myself another one. I don't know. I probably will, actually.
Can you imagine what it would be like in your natural base with the alpaca silk cashmere?
It's like being hugged by your yarn. It's fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, you could wear it as sort of cowboy. You could wear it just wrapped around your shoulders, sort of like this. Sorry, Mum, nearly knocked you out. Yeah, you could have like a little shawl pin or something. Yeah,
Outlander style.
I don't know why.
Where you tie it around the back.
You could wear it in any sort of style that you wanted. But yeah.
If you do get this pattern and you do make it, please tag us because we want to see how you wear it.
Yeah.
Bonus points.
Bonus points, yeah. Yeah,
for the
most inventive way to wear it. Sure. So yeah, so that's what I've designed and it's finished and I love it. So the pattern is available by the time this goes out. It will be available, isn't it?
Yeah, this is going up
Friday? Saturday?
Probably Saturday.
Okay, cool. So yeah, by the time this is live, you will be able to buy the pattern. You can buy the pattern from Ravelry or you can buy it from my website, which is bluefernyarns.co.uk, and it's called the Cozy Coastline Shawl. So if you don't know, my advent was all beach themed this year. So Cozy Coastline just made sense to go with it. And I hope you like it. I've really enjoyed designing this one. This is probably design number 96. I did come up with so many different designs and I just wasn't enjoying them. So, and then this one came along and I
think it was
really
because they were quite complicated and the idea you definitely had in the forefront of your mind that you wanted it to be able to, people to be able to knit it on the day that they open the skein.
If you want to, I mean, you can totally knit it another day. The other thing is I also did an advent for a 4-weekly advent, so you get 100 gram skein every
Advent Sunday.
Yeah, every Advent Sunday on the lead up to Christmas. So you know, you could use that to make this shawl. That would be beautiful.
Yeah.
The 4 colours of that.
I'm not doing that.
No, okay then. But yeah, hopefully you like it, and yeah, it will be live by the time this episode is up. If you'd like to go and purchase it. But yeah, that's my finished object.
Yeah. And obviously the people who bought the advent
Yes, they get the pattern for free. So in your advent, if you haven't opened it, if you've been very good and you haven't opened the box yet.
What's the matter with you?
I've definitely opened the box of one of my advents. One of my, I only got one. So, of my advent. So if you open up the box, there should be a leaflet in the front and there should be a discount code giving you the pattern for free. There is also a discount code that will be on Instagram if you want to see that. That will be on my Instagram, which is Blue Fern Yarns. It will be giving you 20% off if you are interested as well.
Okay, so my next one. So I showed this in this is a huge bag.
It's a giant bag. Right, if you watched last time, you would have seen the world's smallest project bag, and now you're seeing
the most ridiculously sized project bag for the size of the project.
Yes.
So this is one of mine.
It's so pretty. That's one of your first ones you made, wasn't it?
Yeah. In fact, all of my project bags today are either mine or yours. So last time I put a tiny picture in. This is Musselburgh number 4.
Is it number 4 because you ripped one out? Does that still count as 4?
It still counts.
Because you made it all, didn't you?
Yeah, because I made it all, but yeah. Okay. So this is Musselburgh number 4. It's it was literally tiny
little square
last time that I just cast on. I've now got to the point where I am on the round bit. So,
and that's how you say it, round.
That was Susan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My sister, round. So,
I don't know what you're trying to show there, just the colour or the actual pattern?
So, it's it starts with pinwheel, cast on, and then you get bigger and bigger, and I'm now on the amount of stitches I need for my hat. I'm using a 3mm needle, and the yarn that I'm using
is pretty true to colour.
Yeah, is by Noodlesoup yarns. I bought this probably 2019, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And it's called Pale Heartbreaker.
Yeah. I like it.
And it's just a standard sock yarn, 75/25.
You're very neon at the moment, aren't you? With the last project and this one. It's very bright.
I'm going through my bright phase.
Clearly.
Yeah, so I haven't really done a lot, but I'm off to physio this afternoon.
And this is physio. This counts.
This is physio. So yeah, it's got to round a bit. So while I'm waiting, I'll do a few rounds on that.
It's nice. Yeah. I still haven't cast one on. I really, really want to. In fact, the reason I haven't is I've got the yarn ready. Yeah. Literally, here it is. That looks really pale. That is not true to colour, is that?
You might need to go a bit. That's better.
It's a bit better. It's still not
quite. Yeah.
That's blowing that one out, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my sweater weather colourway. But anyway, yeah. So I've got the yarn there, and I've ordered the needles, which we're picking up on Friday.
Yeah. We've got a jolly.
We've got a jolly booked. I'm assuming she won't mind me saying. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
We are going for tea, coffee, cake with Ellie from Craft House Magic, which is so fantastic. Yeah. She's sort of another local Norwich, Norfolk.
She's in Norwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knitter, maker, dyer, everything in between, because we all are. Sewer,
lace maker, just about
every craft you could think of. I'm pretty sure she's tried it, hasn't she? She's very talented.
Crafting goddess.
Yes. So we're looking forward to seeing Ellie on Friday.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm picking up some needles from her, some DPNs, because I used to stock them, and then I sold all my stock because it just wasn't selling, so I got rid of it all. And I realised I didn't keep one set of the needles I needed, so I could cast on my. So I'm picking them up on Friday. So hopefully next time you'll see a Musselburgh from me, maybe.
Well, Well, the person it's for will never
She
watch this.
won't watch this.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, I'll have one cast on.
Oh right, so I forgot to say, Musselburgh is patterned by Ysolda Teague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll probably see one on probably every episode that we do.
And obviously it's done in it's a big long tube and it's done in any gauge.
I'm looking forward to having a go.
Yeah.
I haven't made it yet.
There's a lady called Tash who does the Mostly Knitting podcast. And she's done about 16 of them.
She really?
she's always got one where she finishes one and then she starts another one. It's fantastic. And she's got her perfect recipe down, and I haven't quite got mine because I'd quite like them to be longer over me. The bit that you turn up to be longer over my ears. So I haven't quite got it, so I'm still tweaking. But yeah.
That's the fun of knitting though, isn't it? You can tweak it until it works for you. Because why not?
Yes. Right then. Next.
I don't know whether this counts as, so this is me, I don't know if this counts as a finished object, because technically I don't think I knit this one.
But you have knit quite a few of them.
I've knit quite a few of them. I did do the extra bit with it. But
yeah, go on then,
anyway.
I'll let you.
Thank you.
It's really, really difficult at this time of year. I don't know how other podcasts are doing it because,
no.
you know, when you're knitting for other people and you don't want, I mean, because I always say, oh, they won't watch it, but then
then they surprise you and watch it.
the lady that does my eyebrows, she said, I watched your podcast the other day. You and your daughter are so funny. And I'm like, oh, scary.
That's weird.
I know.
Okay.
Carry on.
Yeah, that is so weird. So I have made myself a mini Christmas tree decoration. I don't know where the idea came from. One of those random nights that I was laying in bed and couldn't quite sleep because I'm stressing about work, because why not? I made myself a Christmas decoration.
That's really blowing out.
It's really blowing out. It's not quite as luminous as that. So we can get a bit closer. No, it's still blowing out.
Well, it wasn't too bad. You could actually see the detail of the pattern.
So, if you don't know, we are quite often known as the stand for the mini jumpers. Because rather than knitting square swatches, which then end up in a box and never get used,
or socks because they take too long.
Yeah. But yeah, it just ends up in boxes. And I've got more socks than I could ever wear in my lifetime now.
Odd ones.
Yeah. And I don't make the odd ones in Tom's size, which would then make sense because he'd use them. But anyway. So yeah, so rather than making squares or socks or whatever, we make mini ganseys. So there is a pattern on my website if you are interested, and 100% of the proceeds go to the Sheringham Museum to help keep the Gansey exhibit running.
So basically, we along our North Sea coast, they steeped in fishing traditions. I mean, any coastlines really, but we have a museum which does a Gansey exhibition more or less constantly now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It used to be every so often, and they show all the different Ganseys and all the different designs from villages and families up and down the North Sea coast, both in Britain and
East Anglia.
Yeah, but also Scandinavian fishing and everything like that.
Yeah.
It goes into the traditions behind it. You've got
The meanings behind designs as well, doesn't it?
Meanings behind the designs, the different families having different designs. So if anybody ended up in the water, you knew where to return.
It's a bit grim.
Bit grim, but you know where to return. So the families would
bury the bodies,
and all that kind of stuff. And it's an amazing tradition.
It is amazing. It's very interesting, and it's like you've got sort of I don't know what the term is, but it's like when you can't finish a garment. So that's not a tradition, is it?
Well, I suppose
it's a superstition.
Yeah,
thing.
superstitions.
They
were very superstitious, and they would like so the wool would be acquired, and they would be knitting around,
and it would be they already know who they're making it for before they've even got the wool.
And the wool would be the jumpers would be knitted up on these like really long DPN needles, because the wool was very, very fine, and if the person that you were making it, or were making it for,
passed away at
sea or anything like that, you couldn't think, oh well, that'll fit so and so. You would have to.
So you had to put the project in mourning, effectively, for 12 months. And then you had to destroy the wool and what you'd made. You couldn't just rip it out and use it for somebody else like we all do. You definitely do.
I definitely do.
But yeah, so you couldn't just rip it out and use it for something else or someone else or anything like that. You had to destroy the yarn, usually in a fire. That's what they used to do, isn't it? And it was like, it's really interesting. Do recommend going to the Sheringham Gansey exhibit if you are ever this way.
I think, I can't remember the name of the lady. She's got a source book, and she does like literally it's all your different designs for the Ganseys.
Yeah.
If I can find the information, I will put it in the thing below.
There are.
Bear with, I've got to write that down.
There's also various online links as well that can give you all the information for different designs, what they mean, what they like some of the family names and things like that, where they come from, the areas in the world that they come from as well. So we have a very mini version. And this uses 20 grams of 4-ply yarn, so approximately 80 metres of 4-ply sock yarn. Yeah, basically.
So the original pattern, it was for more than 20 grams, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was about 35 to 40 grams of yarn she used, and I cannot remember her name. I'm going to have to put it on there. She is credited in my edited version. She knows that I've done it because I've had a couple of people contact me and say how rude to copy. I have not copied.
We wouldn't have done anything without asking permission first.
No.
And the idea behind it is you don't make any money out of it. It all goes to the Sheringham Museum.
Yep, and once a quarter I will tot up all the sales and then literally pay the money over to the Sheringham Museum, so then they can keep the Gansey exhibit running, because it's so interesting and it's such a lovely little museum. That's why we do our swatches in mini Ganseys. You can quite often walk up to a mini Gansey and go, I want a jumper in that, and then I can point out what colour it is for you if that's something that's interesting to you. We do have, I have quite a few of these now, not quite hundreds yet, but getting there. I had this idea that I wanted to make it into a mini Christmas decoration, so I've put it on a little hanger, because normally on the shows
we peg them up on
a washing line effectively. And this one,
she's going to do it very carefully.
Maybe not so carefully. There we go. It's not perfect. It was a lot more fiddlier than I thought it would be. I'm going to have another go.
All crafts.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
And then, it's not quite perfect. But I made a little mini hanger. Hopefully you can see that. But I made a mini hanger for my mini jumper. And it's going to go on my craft tree. On my craft tree. On my craft tree.
That was a bit of a slip.
On my Christmas tree.
Tom's already having a go about that.
Yeah, he moaned at me. I went and got some more decorations.
A giant tree.
Oh, he doesn't decorate it. He doesn't do anything with it. Christmas is my thing. He doesn't like Christmas because he works it. He works in hospitality. So I get it. I've worked in hospitality during Christmas and I didn't really enjoy it. And now that I definitely don't, because I haven't for a number of years, and because of Advents and things like that, I get all excited about Christmas, so I can't wait until 1st of December. I know you don't like this, but 1st of December
I'm not too bad. We went shopping yesterday. Mother and I went shopping.
Mother. She's in trouble.
She decided that she wanted some, you know, the net lights that go in your windows, but they had to be battery operated because she didn't have enough plugs.
Okay.
So, but the thing is I'm going to be putting them up, and I have to go round at night turning them all off again.
Because she's already passed out in a chair or something.
And it's like, I did make her buy me a star.
Okay.
So I've got a neon star in my window.
Really?
Well, I will have, but yeah. So I've got a neon star for my window.
Okay, I'll come round.
And I have got my sparkly snow globe. I do like snow globes.
You do, yes.
But there you go. Anyway, we digress. Whose turn is it?
I think it's your turn.
Oh,
actually.
okay. Right then. So, the next ones you've actually seen before. This is in a old school Blue Fern Yarns.
Our original logo.
You can have, it's like a TARDIS. I have got so many pairs of needles.
You've got a notebook in there. You've
A
got
notebook.
needles. Like 2 sock sets.
2 sock sets, needles,
Projects. DPN cases.
pen,
Got everything in
cuddly toy, crochet hook.
there. Have you got a cuddly toy?
No.
Oh.
All sorts in there.
Can I just look? It's massive.
So, I was making the Freddy Beach socks, and I have one.
Oh,
So if you, these socks have been...
It's blowing out a little bit on the colour. I think the green's close, but the rest is blowing out a little bit. Maybe the lighting's just changed.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing it.
No.
So this is the May colourway, which is Hawthorn.
So yeah, again, this one's from, because you came up to me at the beginning of the year, didn't you? Last year.
Yeah, I want a sock set every month.
Yeah. So
I've picked my theme for next year.
have you? Because I don't know what it is. I still can't
Norse gods, I think.
decide between 2 themes. But anyway.
So, this is a Freddy Beach sock by the lovely Nancy Wheeler, who drinks during her podcast. I think
I don't think we can.
I think we're missing a trick.
Look at that pattern detail. I don't know if it's going to show.
What I'll do is I'll put a couple of pictures.
Yeah.
Pictures up. I don't like really long leg socks. So
You've kind of done it between a shorty and a
yeah.
leggy.
So I tend to do about. So I tend to do between 20 and 30 rounds for their leg. The pattern is a 12-row repeat, so it's got 2 repeats. And then I love a heel flap and gusset. I tend to do my heel flap slightly longer. So I do it.
You've got high
Yeah.
heel arch.
So basically, this is a 60. I'm using a 2.25mm needle on a 64 stitch count, and so you would normally do a certain number of slip stitches for a heel flap for that count.
Yeah.
And I tend to do 2 more, purely because I've got quite a high instep. And so I need the little bit of room at the top of the foot here, which means that my gusset decreases tend to go on for a little bit longer than I'm doing it on the back again.
Yeah, all the time. So there, you've got your decrease just there.
Yeah. So it just means that this little bit here looks a little bit longer than it would normally, purely because I've got the extra stitches there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done the first one, I've done the leg, and I've just literally started the heel flap of the second one.
You're about where I am on my May sock that I started at the end of April and still haven't finished it.
Yeah, so as I said, I used the 2.25. I always use DPNs to do my socks, and I can't remember if I said last time I used the 20cm ones because since my little whoopsies accidents, I can't actually use the short ones anymore. It's a bit odd.
It's not odd, it's just is what it is, isn't it?
And I've got my little DPN Cosy from Piccadilly.
Very on theme for my advent, isn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So May socks.
May socks in November. Why not? But you've still got quite a few to do, haven't you? Haven't you done a couple of others that are not in order?
I did February, January, 1 of March, 2 of April, 1 of March, and now I'm on May.
And you've got the rest of the year somewhere?
So, apart from December's.
Yes, because I haven't finished dyeing them all yet. Anyway.
Next.
So yes, I'm going to show off this gorgeous project bag again because I love it so much. So this is from Eldon Woods. This is the lovely Emma from Eldon Wood Craft. She's got her little tag just in there. Hopefully
she's going to be at EAYF next year.
She is, isn't she?
Can't wait to meet her. That's going to be exciting.
I've met her before. She is a lovely, lovely lady. And her project bags are beautiful. She's got hundreds of different styles. I want one of every single one.
I really like the Locatelli one and the blue ink birds on white background. Just in case, you know. Just in case.
Okay then. Bear with me. I'm trying to untangle this.
Do you want some help?
I think I might. You might have to help me hide it. Hide it? We can hide it. No, you need that side. Woo! So, if you were here last time and you saw the massive amount of work that I'd done, isn't it? It was tiny. I went on about it for ages and then showed you and it was like, yeah, pathetic. So this is the Frank Shawl by Locatelli. Sorry. My needle stoppers. You've got to turn around. You've got a little panda bear.
Excuse me. You know what I'm going to say?
What?
Penguins aren't bigger than pandas.
Mum has this thing about
Perspective.
Perspective, yeah. Do you want to see them a little bit closer? So you've got like a little penguin as a needle stopper, and then you've got a little panda knitting on a sock, which is a twisted. So I've got a cable, and then you basically take the end off the needle.
Cable stopper thing.
Yeah. So it's not just a needle stopper; it's a cable stopper, meaning you can take the needles off and use the needles for something else, and then panic about it because you didn't write down what needle size you used, but you took it off the project.
Amateur.
Yeah, I know I am. Anyway, so Frank Shawl. I've done a lot more since then. I have repeated section 1 3 times in total, because I kept getting it wrong, and then
having to go up needle sizes.
Yeah, having to go up needle sizes because I wasn't really enjoying the fabric.
And you're a tight knitter.
And I'm a tight knitter, yes. So I can't remember what it says in the pattern that you use, what size needle. I've used a 4mm needle, and it's quite difficult to show, so we're going to kind of bunch up that side, because I'm on the last section, which is just here, which will hopefully be done by the next time you see the podcast. So you can see that I found my knitting mojo. I've done this section here with the silver and the purple. So these are all my colours, the Blue Fern yarns. So the purple is called Mulberry. You've got the silvery colour, which is called Silver Fern. You've got this mid-grey, which is called Concrete. And then if you change the end, magic. You've got this dark one that's almost black called After Dark. I'm just like literally hiding underneath this. When you edit this, you'll laugh. So yeah, so I've done quite a bit of knitting.
It looks beautiful.
I cannot wait for it to be finished. It is going to be huge. It's going to be another
angel wings.
I know. Tom keeps saying it's wings. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Couple of things it does say in the pattern, which I'm not sure I agree with. So it says that you can carry your yarn up the side. I have actually sewn in some of my ends as I went along because I knew I wasn't going to do them right at the end. So this is the wrong side, just so you can see. So it says that you can carry your yarn up the side. Now, because I'm using very, very contrasty yarn, so I'm using a very dark purple with a very light silver, it meant that it would sort of show the purple all the way up, and I didn't really want that with that, so I cut the yarn every time and just sewed in the extra ends, which is, I didn't do all of them obviously, I still got some.
Unless you've got an I-cord, really, you can't really hide it, can you?
No, I didn't think that you could, and I kept going back to the pattern to see if it says that you're supposed to do an I-cord afterwards, but it doesn't. So yeah, you've got like, it doesn't really show you. So I've got, again, that's the wrong side. Yeah, I mean, it looks very neat. It's quite nice.
You've just got a slip stitch running up the side, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does look quite neat. So it does this little, I think they call it a sevilled edge.
Selvage.
Selvage. What did I just say?
Sevilled. That's like orange. Seville.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. Yeah, so it's got quite a nice edge to it. We'll show you a bit more when it's actually finished and not on needles, and we're trying not to pull it off of the needles. But yeah, I love penguins. Yeah, I am really loving this.
Yeah.
I've really found my knitting mojo again. It is literally the only project I've been knitting on. It is going to be absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Because I think I am going to block it because I want it to be massive. That's one of the reasons I love this shawl.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to make it. So
it makes such a difference when you block it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm kind of wishing that the one over there that we can't show you, I'm kind of wishing I brought it over to show Shannon. But I kind of wish that I'd taken a picture of it before I blocked it.
So you can show the difference.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll do that with this to show people what it looks like before it's blocked and then after it's blocked.
Yeah.
Because it's quite interesting. It's fantastic to watch.
Magic.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've got my Frank shawl. I am loving it. It's very, very nice. I said that I've done the this section 3 times. It's not because it's difficult. It's just because it's a 4-row repeat, which I think I can say, for these sort of bits. So yeah, it's 4-row repeat, but it's, I don't know why, but I got the numbers off really, really wrong. And
I think you were incredibly busy because you started it during Advents, didn't you? And
shouldn't have started it then. It's been absolutely fine since
Yeah.
I've not been doing Advents.
Funny that.
I love doing them. I love dyeing them. It's the packing them that stresses me out.
Yeah.
The rest of it's absolutely fine. Packing, labelling, dyeing and labelling, fine.
Yeah.
It's the packing that stresses me out. But yeah, so I had to do it 3 times. Not anything to do with the pattern at all.
But then I think sometimes, no matter how experienced you are,
I'm not that experienced.
I mean, I've done things where I've like constantly pulled them back because I thought made stupid mistakes, and it's because my head wasn't in it, or I thought I know better. That happens quite regularly.
Yeah,
like,
I've done that once or twice.
Oh no, that's why they do that way.
But you don't know until you've done it wrong, do
Absolutely,
you?
absolutely.
And with the great thing with knitting, you can rip it out and reuse it.
Exactly.
Rip it out and do it again.
Right then.
So, have you got anything else to show?
I've got one more thing.
Yeah.
This wasn't even cast on last time. In fact,
when did you cast it on? Did you write the date down?
I think it was last week.
Okay then.
So,
Project bag?
oh yes.
Because I love that project bag. Of course I do. Can I show you?
Yes.
Oh god. It's penguins in scarves. Anyway.
So this is I used Ellie.
She made the project bag.
I made the project bag and used Ellie from Craft House Magic drawstring tutorial. It's got stars inside. It's got pockets. Yep. Boxed bottom.
Isn't that your first one that you did with a box one?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I kind of was I did this one. I was experimenting with the others. But yeah. I do like a drawstring because I've got a terrible habit of getting my yarn caught in zips. Because I forget to turn them down. But anyway. So this next one. So I bought this yarn to do a So it's by the Fibre company. It's called Make DK. They do it in Aran weight, and I think they do it in chunky weight as well. And I bought this yarn to do a test knit, and unfortunately the test knit happened. Well, we know what happened. So the deadline passed and I wasn't able to do the test knit, so I carried on. I thought I'll use it for something else. So this is Make DK by the Fibre company. It is a blend of 55%
wool. Oh.
I haven't got my glasses on.
So it's 55% wool, 35% alpaca and 10% linen.
Okay, and
you've got, hang on, does it say how many? 125 metres per 50 grams.
Yeah. So this is the colour. It's kind of like, so the white bits are actually it's the linen within the colour, and this colourway is called Look at the Stars, and I guess deep dark sky with white bits.
Yeah,
stars.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I cast on. I just wanted a basic jumper because I need to start working on jumpers again. So I cast on the Tolsta tee, but it's actually going to be a jumper with long sleeves. So the Tolsta tee is a pattern that everybody knit this summer. It's by Rebecca Clow of the Creia Bear Knitting Podcast. It's the original pattern was on a DK weight, 4mm ribbing needles and 5mm body needles, so quite a large gauge, went quite quickly. She did actually then, a couple of weeks after the pattern was released, give you the numbers to do fingering weight as well, but that was also on a large gauge. So without further ado, I'm making the size 6, which is around a 52-inch bust. And I don't know whether oh, look at that.
It's stunning.
Yeah, so just a basic raglan jumper with short rows to bring the neck up at the back.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can quite tell. This is the front of the neck, just down here. Yeah, there you go. That's probably a better way to show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just wanted something that was going to be like it's going to feel.
See how long you've done.
Yeah, it's going to feel like a sweatshirt. So I have done about 6 inches of the body, and I've just started my 4th ball of yarn. So that's 100.
So far, 150
grams there.
Yeah.
So it's
quite soft, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit rustic, but it's
I think it will.
Soft rustic.
I think it will.
That's the thing.
Be beautiful. I mean, I think the linen kind of gives it that little bit of toothiness, I guess, but it's not itchy.
It's not horrible. No, I think I could probably get away with that. I've got quite sensitive skin, so I can't wear things like mohair or really woolly wool, unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's quite a large gauge. So, but I don't think you're going to see.
You don't see much at all through that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see. There you go. You can just about see the picture on my hand.
Yeah. But once you've got it on, I don't think it will.
No, you won't see that.
And so I had bought 9 balls of this yarn. Why didn't I just buy the extra one? I bought 9 balls of this yarn. I think it's because I needed 8.
So you
for
bought
the project.
one.
So I bought the one extra just to be.
Yeah, because you said you weren't going to use it for this.
No,
you bought it for a different pattern.
And so the Tolsta tee finish is literally a t-shirt. I think you literally pick up your sleeves, do a couple of inches, and then do your ribbing. But I'm going to make it long sleeved because I've got enough yarn, and I just think it will make the most perfect like sweatshirt type jumper.
I think it's beautiful,
and I love the colour.
Colour is stunning. Yeah, I like that colour. I think that is blowing it out ever so slightly. It's a bit darker than what you can see on the screen, but not in a. Yeah, it's a bit more navy in real life. On there, it's looking quite bright, but
yeah. I just think it's going to be a lovely like sweatshirty type jumper.
Yeah.
And I have got, so I've got quite a few. I haven't got that many. So I only started knitting for myself in the last couple of years because I would do loads of test knits, and then think,
not going to wear it.
I'm not going to wear it, and give it away or reuse the yarn or whatever. And it's only in the last couple of years that I've actually decided to start wearing my knits, making stuff for me and wearing my knits. And so I've got maybe 3 or 4 jumpers that I will wear, but some of them are quite not every day, kind of like throw on sweatshirt type jumpers. And so I want a couple of those. And I think this would be
kind of like my lento that we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
So I think this is going to make a lovely sweatshirt type jumper. And then I'd quite like to make Tolsta in the Drops Sky.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be a nice sweatshirty type jumper. But yeah.
Have you made any other like modifications to the pattern? Because you said that you normally
What happens is what I've started to do is when I first do a knitting pattern, I will make it to pattern in slightly less expensive yarn. This is going to be a basic sweatshirt, so I'm not going to make too many modifications to it. And so I've got kind of commercial yarn at home. Some of it has got an acrylic mix in it and all those kinds of things. And I don't want to just chuck it. It has got some more content in it. So what I will do is I will knit a pattern to pattern with the less expensive yarn. And then the plan is to, once I've worked out what my modifications will be, do that in the nice yarn. So I
not that acrylic yarn isn't nice. There are some, or
they've
commercial
got some really
yarns,
really beautiful. Really nice ones. Yeah. It's just the fact that I have got.
You've got so many.
I've collected some lovely. Like I've got some John Arbon Knit by Numbers merino, and I've got stuff that I've got from you and from other like Bird Street Yarn and other indie.
What's that?
Dyers, and so I want to use those things, but I don't want to. I don't know about you, but I've got a terrible habit of keeping things for best.
I think we all do. I think we all do it with our favourite yarns and things like that, rather than using it and sometimes enjoying it.
Yeah, if you've got a lovely skein of yarn and you just think, oh, I don't know what to make with it. Instead of just actually, if you've got I did this before. I've got a beautiful, basic garter stitch bandana type cowl, which I made with some really precious fingering weight yarn, and it's like for ages I wouldn't use it, and then I thought I really want that around my neck. So why not make a basic? If you're going to wear a basic garter stitch cowl bandana tucked up, why not make it in the fantastic yarn? But I do appreciate that doing a jumper is an investment. And so I kind of want to make sure that I need to get my modifications sorted out first before I use the decent yarn. But the plan is still to use the decent yarn. So, good. Yeah. I got a bit deep.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will be recording again in about...
between 4 and 6 weeks.
4 and 6 weeks.
Yeah. We're not doing... Vlogmas.
No.
I have had a couple of people ask me directly if I'm doing it. I am not. I can't keep up with it. There are so many out there that do it. I find it very overwhelming.
That's what I was just going to say. I find Vlogmas very overwhelming. So much so, and it's not really. So I subscribe to quite a few podcasts. I will turn the subscriptions off during Vlogmas. And it's because mentally I find it too overstimulating that I cannot cope with it.
Yeah. You have a goal for next year, and that is my colour work. I am going to learn stranded colour work. That was this year's goal, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because I was working a day job and doing Blue Fern, and then things got
Yeah.
a bit much. But yeah, that's sort of what I would like to
My
do. Might
goal-
be between Christmas and New Year, I might have a go.
My goal is to use as much yarn as I can to empty some crates before I go to Australia in March. So I can bring some
So you can refill it when you come back.
Yes, I can bring some Australian yarn home. But yeah, so that's it. But I don't. I want to make more stuff for me that will actually be wearable every day. And I would like to use my stash. And
I had that as a goal. Well, for this year, I wanted to use at least half of my stash, and I've used at least half of my stash, but I've also replaced half of my stash.
And this project, actually, funnily enough, the Tolsta, was you know, when we were saying about putting all your stuff in a project bag to do, that's one of them.
Oh, is it? Oh, fab. So
yeah,
it
so it's worked.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the fact that I need to.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, pick it up and I can just knit on it.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, so I've got loads of yarn in project bags with patterns. I'm just going to go for it. Our plan is literally to record when we've got some stuff to show you, and it might be every 4 to 6 weeks.
You're not going to giggle? I was waiting for you to giggle.
Right then, I think we're all done.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, just want to say thank you very much if you have watched all the way to the end. I think this is going to be a little bit longer than we thought it might be.
I don't know.
Maybe.
There's quite a lot of things that we might cut out. And I probably will put the blooper at the end.
Oh my god. Don't, because I'm going to laugh again.
Okay. But what we want to do, while she goes off on one, I just really want to say a massive, massive thank you for all the people that have watched the video, who've liked it, who've subscribed to the channel.
Yeah.
It's quite scary, the amount of people
who's watched the video.
Who've watched the video and who have subscribed. So if I think too much about it,
you're going to freak out now, aren't you?
I'm gonna freak myself out. But literally, it's just warmed the cockles of my heart. I just feel as if, you know, it's just, I've made some friends, and yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic. It's really meant the world to us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If you do want to see more of us, and hopefully not just Blue Fern yarns from me, there will be some other things. I've got some ideas. And
if there's any things that we do that are annoying, like, I am aware that I struggle to look at the camera.
And I play with my hair. Mainly because I've just washed it and it's very soft. So it's just like... But anyway, I will try not to do that.
And I am aware that I struggle to look at the camera. I don't like seeing myself.
So she's looking all the way over there or down here for some reason.
And I'm looking at her projects, and I'm looking at her yarn over here and all this kind of stuff. And
we'll work on it.
I'm work in progress. Note to self.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Yeah, let us know. If you do like this, please do subscribe. We like that you're here on this journey with us. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to see from us? I mean, we think we're quite boring. If you want to sit there and watch us knit in our PJs, then maybe we'll do that. But I don't think you do. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe. I think I've said that a couple of times now. Yeah, and we'll see you.
The other thing I've just remembered, for our Instagram channel, do you want us to put our works in progress that we're working on between videos? Because I'm very much aware it's been
quite quiet, hasn't it?
It's been quite quiet on the Instagram, and it's kind of literally, this is our next video that's going up, and this is
giveaway yarn.
And I did put one on this morning to say, you know, this is my basket to go over to.
I saw that.
Podcast filming day. But do you want us to put our projects on there, or do you want them to be kept as a surprise for the videos?
Yeah, let us know.
I don't know what I'm doing half the time.
No, I don't know what I'm doing, but I mean, it would be quite interesting to know what Mum's working on, because you get quite a lot of different things going. Because like you've got 4 projects there. They're all whips, and you do work a bit on each one, don't you?
Yeah, and it's basically.
Whereas I've only been working on the Frank Shawl this time, but normally I've got like 3 or 4 projects on the
But
go.
having said that, there's that thing there that I'm not allowed to show you.
Yeah, no.
But I literally worked on constantly, almost without stopping. But generally speaking, most of my projects are in different weights of yarn and different types of complexity. So if it's literally I'm going off to my physio after this, then I will literally grab my Musselburgh and sit on do that.
Yeah. Let us know. But yeah, anyway, hope you are enjoying the sort of run up to the festive period. Hopefully we will see you in December at some point.
Hopefully you're not too stressed by it all.
Yeah, hopefully not. Yeah. And yeah, take care, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Get the giggles out the way. Every time.
So right then, we have got.
We have. Oh dear.